Hello guys, we're back with some more videos. We're back and we're gonna watch some Sssniperwolf. So we're gonna watch the worst show of my life, and she is so funny. So let's just watch
What's up, guys? I feel like I'm different every video now. I feel like you guys see it on your recommended page, be like, who is this bitch?
Sorry. Oh, something happened. What happened? There we go.
So basically that's what I wanted to show y'all, and so I hope y'all like this video, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Hello. Sorry guys. Stupid stuff is happening right now, and I go all the way back. How do you update that? Alright, let's start watching.
What's up, guys? I feel like I look different every video now. I feel like you guys see it on your recommended page, be like, who is this bitch? It's just me with different hair. Hopefully you still recognize the orange behind me. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about how much of a shit show 2016 was. Like, this was the worst year of my life. And I'm not even kidding when I say that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's the worst year because Trump got elected. Trump's gonna build a wall. He's gonna kick me out of the country. No, it's not gonna happen. And I knew that from the start. It's like a president doesn't have like crazy power like that. They say they're gonna do all this stuff, but do they actually do it? No. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about Harambe dying. What else happened? A lot of shit happened in 2016. And I'm gonna talk about my side of it and why it was the worst year of my life. And I'm not even kidding when I say the worst year of my life. I'll be honest. It was a good year for me in terms of YouTube and growing my channel. But I guess in a way it was at the cost of my happiness. Like, a lot of other things that I could not control happened. Oh, you're just complaining about stuff. A lot of people have it way worse than you. And I know a lot of people have it way worse than me. This video is just gonna be about why my 2016 was the worst year of my life. So I'll start out in January. A lot of you guys don't know, but before Luna, I had another dog called Tuna, and she was everything to me. She was like my daughter. She followed me around everywhere. She was super sweet. Like, I loved her so much. She wasn't even a year old. She was like 11 months when this happened. Like, I was just sitting with her. I think I was streaming that night. I was working on some cosplay, and then I hear something really loud outside, and then my doggies come inside, and Tuna's on her bed, and she's like really scared, and she was all wet. So I was like, what happened? So I went upstairs to the bathroom to go clean her off. I wiped all the spit from her. I was like, what's wrong with her? Like, she was shaking. She was really scared, and obviously there was something really wrong that just happened. So, like, I couldn't see anything on her. I thought her and Kaz were just fighting or playing or something, because there's spit all over her, and he likes to, like, chew her ears. And sometimes they get all wet, but it was, like thick globs of spit. And then, like, as I was washing her, I saw there was, like, a huge cut. But I later found out it was, like, a bite mark on her neck. Like, it was, like, cut. So we went straight to the vet. They said she was going to need to stay overnight, and that they were going to give her meds and stuff, and that everything is going to be okay. But she probably got attacked by a coyote. And I say probably because we still don't know what happened. It was most likely a coyote attack, but I heard, like, the back door in my backyard open. Basically came.
Spoiler! She died. Not Sssniperwolf, but a dog died.
To the conclusion that a coyote like jumped over and like tried to drag her over the fence of my backyard. And they can do that. They can jump the fences and they can like grab the dogs, and they usually grab them by their necks. It's like they reassured us. They said she's gonna be fine, but you gotta sign this paper if she's gonna stay overnight. I'm like, what's this paper? And it's like, if she goes into cardiac arrest and we have to revive her, it's gonna be $1,000. And you basically have to sign this paper if you're not here. Like, even if you go for like 5 minutes, go get something to eat and come back, you still have to sign this paper. And then they're like, yeah, it's most likely not gonna happen. Like, that usually never happens. Especially since it was a minor case like that. Like, she just had a cut on her neck. Like, I really didn't want to sign it and leave her, but I was just like, okay, yeah, I trusted them. I thought it was gonna be okay. And I see her before we left, and she seemed fine. Like, she was wagging her tail when she saw me. She was just so happy. And she always used to do that. She always used to wag her tail every time she saw me. And that was just one of the things she does. Like, her tail used to always wag. And, like, she seemed fine there. So a couple hours later, we went home, went to sleep. They called us, said she's doing fine, she's okay, things are looking good. So I was like, okay. So we went to sleep, like, okay that night. And then when we woke up in the morning, we woke up to, like, the worst possible phone call. And they said she did go into cardiac arrest.
Basically, if you don't know what that means, it means, well, she's having a seizure, and it's possible that she will die, but it's just crazy, and you don't want no dog to do that. And bad thing, but the good thing that they wasn't there. So
when they had called me a few hours before and said she was fine, everything was okay, like, what happened. And so she basically died and they had to revive her. And we went over there, and then they said she had to do like several other surgeries that were gonna cost several $1,000s. We were like, okay, like I signed off for it. I was like, yeah, anything. Like I would do anything for her.
Oh yeah, in that meaning too, it means they had to put tubes in her throat. It's just bad. It's kind of like a seizure for a dog, but way worse. So it means that they're gonna die. Then they have to try to revive them. Then they have to do all this like that's the sniper was talking about right now. It's just horrible. You don't want no dog to do that. And yeah.
Anything to have her back, anything to save her. And so they did do the surgery. She went into cardiac arrest again. I don't remember. It was like 1 or 2 more times. And then they kept saying they were going to revive her, but it just seemed like they were just racking in money. It was just money to them. And I remember the vet coming to talk to me, and she didn't even know she was a girl. She was like he. Like she kept referring to my dog as a he. How can you not even know? It's just little things like that, and she seemed really fake. And I don't know. A lot of things went wrong that shouldn't have went wrong. They basically said she had internal bleeding, and she kept dying, and they had to revive her. They pretty much said, it's not her anymore. She's brain dead. And they said all they could do was put her down. There wasn't any point in trying.
The definitely skip this because I don't want her to watch this with me, and then like, oh no, don't do that to me, man. Don't make me like that. So yeah.
Oh, my baby dad. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Explain again, because a lot of people don't know about Tuna, which is before Luna. They just think it's Luna. I feel like if we kept her at home, she wouldn't have died. She died from trauma. She was by herself. She wasn't with me. She's never been without mommy. I don't know. I feel like she could still be here. I've just never lost anybody before. I've never lost like a family member, or at least nobody close to me. Like there's been family members I've never met before, or I've met them when I was young, but I've never actually like lost somebody. I've never had somebody die, and I still don't really know what happened to her. And it's like not knowing what happened, it just really sucks. And then I was just really depressed after that, and me and Sausage were like very depressed and miserable, and we didn't know what to do. And
if you don't know who Sausage is, and you don't like Sniperwolf, I don't know what to tell you, but Sausage is her girlfriend, and they did have a fight because it was just crazy. He had to probably go to their channel and watch that because they're not uploading this, and I already asked if I could upload like 2-3 videos for y'all, and yes, I asked her I questioned her if I could, and she replied back to me. She said yes.